Good morning, children. So, today we are going to start the first chapter of the civics, and this chapter's name is On Equality. Many times this word equality we use this word equality for in the caste system, equality in the economic level. So, actually, what is equality or how the equality is uh, proved or given by the constitution that we are going to understand in this chapter through or with the help of some stories of some people which are there in our society. When we will study the stories of these people, you all will come to know that these all the people are in our society, and all these stories are completely applicable to our society. So let's begin on equality. India is a democracy. In class 6 book, we looked at the element of democratic government. This includes people's participation, the resolution of conflict, and equality and justice. Equality is a key feature of democracy and influences all aspects of its functioning. In this chapter, you will read more about equality. What is it? Why is it important in a democracy? And whether or not everyone is equal in India. Let's begin by looking at the Kanta story. So, first of all, we have to understand whether the equality is there in the society or not, or all the people are equal in front of the law or not. To understand all those things, we are going to understand the story of the Kanta. So, here on an election day, Kanta and her friend Sujata are waiting for their vote for to cast their vote. As you can see in this picture also, the Sujata and Kanta both are standing in the line. This line is also for giving the vote. All are standing in one line to vote or to cast their vote for their whatever the leader they like. Here they are doing some discussion. Here Kanta and Sujata both are talking. Isn't it good, Suja, that we can go all over, vote as equal citizens of our country? Even Jain Sahib is standing in the line with us. So Kanta says, isn't it good, Suja, that we all are equal in our country, whether rich or poor? Even Jain Sahib is also standing in the line with us. There is no separate line for the rich people. And the Jain Sahib is one of the person in whose home the Kanta is going for work. Then, after casting their votes, now it is the turn of Kanta. The Kanta is going inside and she is giving a vote to a person she wanted to vote, and she thinks here that I will vote for the candidate who has promised to bring pipe water to our area. So she gives the vote to the person who has promised that pipe water will be given to their area. So in this way, she casts her vote to that person who has promised for the water. Then after that, as you can see in this picture also, many people are standing in the line for casting their vote, irrespective of their religion, irrespective of their position in the society, irrespective of their economic level in the society, all are standing in line. In this way, afterwards, well, see you later, Kanta. Now they are moving from their way. So the Jain is going in car, and here Jain Sahib while going says, "We will see you later, Kanta." The Jain Sahib has gone. The Kanta says, "Namaste, Sahib." And then while walking away from that path, Uh, Here, the Kanta discusses that Gudiya has been running fever and I have to take her to the hospital, but I will have to finish the work at Sahib's house first and ask for some advance. She says that her daughter is not well and she has to go first of all to work at Sahib's house, and there Kanta has to ask some money for taking her daughter to hospital. And by taking advance, she will be able to take her daughter to hospital. Now here in her home, in Kanta's home, the Kanta's daughter is not well. The Gudiya is sleeping on the bed, and the Kanta is saying something to Gudiya. Here, have some of this. You'll feel better. And when I'll get back in the evening, we'll go to the hospital. Okay? So here she is giving something to drink to her daughter, and she is promising her daughter that after coming back in the evening, we will go to hospital. Then, while going from the basti or the area where she lives, that completely dirty or slum area where she's from where she is living. So in this way, the Kanta is thinking that it's no wonder that Gudiya falls ill. Often the basti is never cleaned. She realized that why her daughter is ill, why her daughter is not well. The reason behind that, her basti where she is living is completely dirty, or uh, you can see as everywhere the garbage is spread and people are doing the morning activities and all. So in this way, this area is completely dirty. One drainage is moving from there. So she realized that why the Kanta is not well. The reason behind Kanta's unwellness or illness was the dirtiness of the area, and that area is not never getting clean. Now here she is in the Sahib's house, and you can see that the Kanta is wiping the floor, and the Mem Sahib, who is sitting inside the home and having the fun of tea, is giving orders to Kanta. Make sure to do the corner properly. She's ordering like that. And this way she is doing her work. Then Kanta is asking for money. Here is your advance, Kanta, but don't make a habit of it. Then she replies, no, madam. Now, again, the Kanta is in line. Now, this line was of hospital. Jain madam and Jain sahib may stand in line to vote, but they never have to do it when their children are sick. So here she is thinking of this. She is thinking that maybe Jain sahib and madam maybe stand for the voting in the line, but they never have to stand in the line for taking their children to the hospital, because they are going to the private hospitals, and where Kanta is going, that is a government hospital where the always rush is there. She is condolencing her daughter that just few more minutes, Betty, because she is not well and she is uh, feeling very bad in her sickness. So she becomes restless, and then her mother says, "Just few more minutes, Betty." So in this story, what we have understood that whether equality is there about some things in our country, like for giving vote there is an equality, but for treatment and some other things there is no equality in our country. But even then, uh, some things or some rules and regulations are such made as this all the things can be given to these people also. How is that? That we will understand later. We are, but before that, we are going to understand the first topic: equality, equal right to vote. Before going to understand anything about this chapter, we are going to understand equal right to vote. The story above begins with Kanta standing in line to cast her vote. So, look again at the various people who are standing in line with her. Kanta recognizes her employer, Ashok Jain, and Chote Lal, her neighbor. In a democratic country like India, all adults, irrespective of what religion they belong to, how much education they have had, what caste they are, or whether they are rich or poor, are allowed to vote. This, as you have already read in the chapter number 6 book, is called Universal Adult Franchise and is an essential aspect of all democracies. The idea of universal adult franchise is based on idea of equality because it states that every adult in our country, irrespective of their wealth and the communities he belongs to, has one vote. Kanta is excited to vote and happy that she is equal to all of others because each of them has one vote. So, what is equal right to vote actually? You know very well that the Kanta was standing in the line as well as her employer Ashok Jain and Chote Lal were also standing in the line. So by watching this, the Kanta became happy that how the rich people and the poor people all are equal for giving the vote, and each and every person, whether they are rich, poor, or they are literate or illiterate, all are having only one vote. So about thinking this, she became so happy. And do you know what this equal right to vote is called? This is called as universal adult franchise. Universal adult franchise means what? All the people belonging to more than 18 years of age, whether they are rich or poor, whether they belong to any religion, whether they are of any caste or any place, each and every person has the right to vote, and as well as they are having the right to choose their leader. And everyone is having only one right to vote, whether they are rich or poor. And in this way, as you can see, it is called as universal adult franchise. But as Kanta is so excited to vote and happy that she is equal to all of the others because each of them has one vote, but as her day goes on, Kanta becomes less certain what about this equality really means. Why she becomes unsure of equality? What is it actually that makes Kanta unsure? Let's take a look at the day in her life. She lives in a slum and has a drain behind her house. Her daughter is sick, but you know very well she cannot take her to she cannot take the day off from her work, and she needs to borrow money from her employers to take her child to the doctor. Her job as a domestic help tires her out, and finally she ends her day by again standing in a long line. This line is in front of the government hospital, is unlike the one in the morning because most of the people standing in it are poor. Now, the situation in the hospital was different. When Kanta was standing in a line for votes, that time all, whether they were rich or poor, all were standing in the line. But now She is taking her daughter to the hospital, government hospital, where in the line no one was rich. Only the poor people were standing in the line. By watching this condition, she becomes uncertain of whether there is equality or not in the society. This was the thing which made her that there is no equality, or whether there is really the equality in the society. So in this way, she realized, yeah, you can see the line and queue. Now, other kinds of, as you know very well, we have understood whether there is equality or not in the society. The next point that we are going to see is about other kinds of equality. There is no only inequality or equality related to related to the rich and poor, but some other kinds of equalities are out there. Let's try to understand what kind of equalities are there in our society. Kantai is one of many people who lives in democratic India. What is democratic India? Where the people are choosing their own leaders or ministers. That is called democratic country. So Kanta is one of many people who live in democracy. India who have and who have right to vote, but whose daily living and working conditions are far from equal. Apart from being poor, people in India experience inequality in different ways. Let us see what this means by reading the two stories given below. Each of these based on real incidents in people's lives and reflects the different kind of inequalities that exist in India. So, as you know very well, the Kanta is one of the person, those who are living in our country, and it is a democratic country where all people are having the equal right to vote. But there is no equality in their living and working conditions, are completely far from equality. Apart from being poor, people in India experience inequality in different ways. There are say many ways where people are facing inequality in various ways. Now let us see what this means basically. One, by reading two stories. There are two stories in this first chapter. One story is of one story is of uh, a Dalit author Om Prakash Valmiki, and another story is of a married couple Ansari. So let us try to understand about them. So first of all, we will see the first story. One of the more common forms of inequality in India is the caste system. If you live in rural India, your caste identity is something that you probably learned or experienced very young. If you live in urban India, some of you might think that people no longer believe in caste, but just look at this matrimonial shows from a leading English newspapers and you will see how important the issue of caste continues to be the minds of highly educated urban Indians even. So we normally think or we normally associate the inequality related to the caste system related to the rural India. In rural India, your caste identity is something that you probably learned or experienced at very young. If you live in urban India, some of you might think that there is no inequality related to the caste system and there is no longer belief in caste and all that. In this way, you will think. But look at these matrimonials. In the matrimonials, you will clearly understand that there are also many issues related to the caste system in the in the urban India also. About the stories that are given after this, we will discuss in the next period. Om Prakash Valmiki and Ansari story. Thank you very much, beta.